All right, so we're learning about bisectors. We've already done midpoints. These are kind of the same thing. All right, but basically it's something that intersects the line segment at its midpoint. Okay, this can be like the midpoint. It could be a ray. It could be a line could bisect it. Another line segment. It doesn't really matter, but it's just kind of a different picture, and some things, these get a little bit more hard. All right, so here we have this problem. B is between A and C. Okay, so we're drawing a line, or a line segment, I'm sorry. So we have A is here, C is here, and B is somewhere in the middle. Okay, so somewhere in the middle is B. And if you look down at the bottom, it wants to know, is B a bisector of line segment AC? So that's kind of what we're looking for. So if it crosses at its midpoint, then AB is going to be congruent to BC, but we're not sure of that yet. All right, so here we're going to label everything. Okay, we have AB is 2y plus 6, BC is y plus 8, and the whole thing is 20. All right, so we're going to look and try to figure out if they are the same. So here, we're going to set up our equation. So we have AB plus BC equals AC. So those lengths added together equals the whole thing. AB is 2y plus 6. BC is y plus 8. And that equals 20. Now we've got our picture. We wrote our equation. Now we're just going to solve. So we'll combine like terms. 3y plus 14 is 20, minus 14, 3y is 6, divided by 3, y is 2. So now we have y is 2, but that doesn't tell me whether it's a bisector or not, so I'm going to go and plug it back in. So we're going to plug it in. Here we have 2 times 2 plus 6, that's 4 plus 6, which is 10. So AB is 10. And then we have here 2 plus 8 is 10. So now we know it is a bisector. It is the midpoint of that segment. All right, so with the bisector, all these pictures are going to be the same. So we have YW bisects UV. What that means is UY is equal to YV. Okay, so those two segments have the same distance. So basically, if I know UY is 5, then YV is 5, and the whole thing is 10. That's pretty easy. So this is 5, and that is 10. All right, now on the next one, a little bit different, but here we have the whole thing is 18. Okay. This is going to be X. This is going to be X because they are the same thing. So we have UY plus YV equals UV. X plus X equals 18. 2X equals 18. Divide by 2. X is 9. So these guys are both 9. Now another way that you guys could do this is you could say UY is equal to 1/2 and then of UV. So there's a formula, there's a lot of different ones on these. I'll try to cover them all in this lesson, but this is the one for this problem. So where the one thing equals half of the whole. All right, now this is the case where, because it is a bisector, these two are equal. When we're given UY is equal to YV, okay, because it is a bisector, they are the same length. And then we can get 5x minus 9 equals 2x plus 12. We can solve this. Minus 2x 3x is 21. Divide by 3. X is 7. All right, so we have our x is 7. So now we need to plug it in. So we have x is 7. So here, 2 times 7 is 14 plus 12. YV is 26. 5 times 7 minus 9, that's 35. Minus 9 is 26. So those should be the same. Make sure you're checking your work. And the whole thing is 52. We're going to add 26 plus 26. Okay? The last one is where we have uy, and we do not have the other segment. So this guy is x minus 1. The whole thing is x plus 6. And we need to find this segment here, all right? So in this case, couple of ways that you can do it. You can say 2 times whatever uy is equals the whole thing. You can do uy plus yv equals the whole thing. Or you can do uy equals 1/2 of x plus 6, which in that case is uv. Okay, so all those equations will apply. You just have to decide. The one that I like the best is just plugging in an x minus 1 here and adding them together. Okay, so that's the one that I like. They are the same, so we're going to put x minus 1, and then that we can add them together. So we have x minus 1 plus x minus 1 equals x plus 6. We have 2x minus 2 equals x plus 6. Add 2 on both sides. Minus x. X equals 8. So now we go and plug these in. 8 minus 1 is 7. 7, and then 8 plus 6 is 14. So here we can plug in, these are both 7, and this is 14. Okay, and that should be it for the lesson. But there are all those different equations. So what I want you guys to do is organize all those different equations on a piece of paper so that we can talk about the different ones that you guys can find. And that's it for your homework.